Vaush, Voosh. It's giving some good material again to work with. So, for those of you who've been following me for a long time, I think I've covered something like 3 or 4 of JK Rowling's gaffes. Is that what you would call them? Gaffes, where she has tweeted out anti trans information, transphobic type messaging, because she's a TERF, trans exclusionary, reactionary feminist. So Vaush has covered a recent example of this, and wow. All right, so I'm going to interject here and there. I'm going to interject.
Gender identification of individuals who come into contact with the police will be based on how they present and how they self-identify. As a lawyer for 20 years and Justice Secretary for almost 8, I've seen some legal absurdities, but this tops it all and is dangerous. It's physically impossible and is about dogma overriding common sense. I love how they always say this. They never say, what's physically impossible? Like what? What? If it's physically impossible, then how are we doing it? Women prisoners are being armed by this and vital crime statistics rendered useless. How? Where? Danger to women? What danger? This is TERFs always do this. We have concerns about women's safety. What concerns?
Come on.
We have.
Okay. So basically, this is like what you're watching right now is like just little clips, bits and pieces of the video, the longer video that he's about to show you.
Concerns about women's safety. What concerns? What are you concerned about? We have concerns. We know. What are the concerns? The ableism arc? Oh, we're continuing the ableism arc. War is peace. Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength. The penis individual who raped you is a woman. You know, I think it's really appreciated for people like this to reveal how absolutely insane they are by you.
Oh my God, even. By the way, if you have not seen the video that I did, oh gosh, I don't even know where it is anymore. But I did talk about I've done so many things on JK Rowling, I can't even. I think I did one a couple months ago. Gosh, actually, it might have been a year ago. So it's potentially, it might not actually be on YouTube. Maybe friends only on Facebook at this point. But I did one about how my son and I had a conversation because, yeah, so it was definitely over a year ago because my granddaughter wasn't born yet. And we talked about how bad J.K. Rowling is getting and that we were seriously considering whether we would actually read the Harry Potter series to my granddaughter because there's so much loaded into it at this point that we're realizing that she put in like abusive relationships. She was like trying to act like she was an advocate for gay people, but put in really abusive relationships there too. She had some anti-Semitism going on with the way she described the bankers. We did like a deep dive. I did a live stream on this a long time ago, but we did a deep dive on how actually messed up J.K. Rowling is. And even though she came up with a super creative, magical series, she weaved in so much abusive stuff into those books that we're like, do we really want to impart that knowledge to our granddaughter, his daughter, my granddaughter, at this point? Because she's passing down some serious hate messaging and abuse and stuff. All right, let's go.
Using this kind of language, you know what I mean? Like anybody who reads this and thinks the person typing it out has a sane grip on reality
such performative, whiny nonsense. Also, yeah, what does it matter with, like, well, whose gender? If a person's raping you, that's bad. It's bad to rape people. That's my opinion, at least. I know that's a contentious. This is thetimes.co.uk. Should I know anything about this paper? Absurdity of police logging rapists as women. Is there any issue here? Police have been criticized for saying they'll record rapes by offenders with male genitalia as being committed by a woman if the attacker, quote, identifies as female. Police Scotland said they would log rapes being carried out by a woman if the accused person insists, even if they have not legally changed gender. Okay. Sounds fine. Start a free trial to read this? You think I'm gonna start a free trial to read this article?
Okay, let's talk about like just what's in the top couple of paragraphs that Vaush got to read right there. First of all, okay, yeah, obviously, like if somebody identifies with a certain gender, then yeah, they should, be labeled that way. Second of all, is there some sort of crime wave going on? I mean, like, I get that they're just trying to be more inclusive and sensitive in the way that they process things, right? That's all they're trying to do here. But is there some sort of serious crime wave happening with trans? I haven't heard that there's a huge statistic of transgender women trying to rape people. I don't know where this is coming from, that JK Rowling decided to use this as a way to further dehumanize transgender women. And I mean, look, why? Why'd you even do that? Why?
What's the issue? I mean, they're being charged with rape. That's happening either way. They're not saying that they're letting, accused rapists go if they insist they're a woman. I don't understand. No Nothing TV is so reliably good on Twitter. No Nothing TV, you're such a warrior. You're such a warrior for truth, man. Soldier of God, that one is. It's quite a lot of comments. Oh, this is it? Just the one tweet? Are there responses? Nope, just the one tweet. The Times are like center-right, but pretty reliable factually. Well, sure. Well, that's probably an op-ed, right? This isn't like a published article from one of their journalists, I assume. Or is it? John Boothman, is this an op-ed or not? It's in the article section. John Boothman, the Times journalist. Oh, no, never mind. This person is apparently from Muckrack, a journalist and writer for the Times. Are they employed, or is this just they're a frequent, because they don't have it's not even been updated with their most recent article, which is the one we're reading right now, the one from that JK Rowling linked. Yeah, I can't really say. Okay, how about we just look at another article talking about the same issue? What if we tried that? We got the article from the Times. Okay, editors, just cut to this point. Just skip the past several minutes. Whatever, thank you. I appreciate that. Archive today. The move, reported by the Scottish Sun on Sunday, comes ahead of proposed new laws to make it easier for people to self-identify as whichever sex they want, which are opposed by some feminist groups. This is what I mean, see? TERFs do for transphobia what Candace Owens does for racism. By fronting feminists as the headline, concern. In reality...
Yeah, for real. If you're going to say some feminist groups, you better fucking name them. Because I'd wager that you're not going to find any major feminist groups that would actually support concerns. Oh my God, even. All right, let's go.
TERFs represent an infinitesimally small portion of people who are transphobic. The vast majority of them are not TERFs. Most transphobic people are just regular anti-feminist conservatives. TERFs are just the shield they get to throw out there. They're feminist groups take issue with it, even though almost all mainstream feminist organizations are trans positive in Scotland, the UK, America, wherever else. The Scottish government wants to remove medical checks for those seeking a gender recognition certificate, okay, and shorten the time people have to live as their new gender before it's legally recognized. Cool. In a correspondence seen by the newspaper, Kenny McCaskill, the former Scottish Justice Secretary, asked Police Scotland how it would deal with recording rapes after the new laws took effect. Gary Ritchie, Assistant Chief Constable, God, these names. Oh my God, it's not a fucking Bongerland. Constable. Oh yeah, it's Oh, is that the Duke of Nottingham coming on over? All right. Set out scenarios where a rapist could be recorded as a woman. All right, let's learn about these scenarios. They included where a person born male obtains a full gender recognition certificate and then commits rape. Well, that makes sense. If they have a full gender recognition certificate, then in the eyes of the law, they're a woman. So, yeah. And where a person born male but who identifies as a female does not have a full gender recognition certificate, confirms rape. Commits rape. Okay, well, since a person who identifies as a female is a female, that also makes sense. Getting that? I suppose I'm not making much of an effort here to reach out to people who disagree with my assertion that gender is an identity thing, but honestly, they can lick my ass for this. I don't fucking... We've gone over these arguments 100 trillion, billion, gajillion times here, and I've never lost. Every time anyone even fucking breathes the counter arguments around me, they lose. So it's not even, it's like arguing with flat earthers. The Sexual Offences Scotland Act defines rape as non-consensual penetration with a penis, so it cannot be committed by somebody without male genitalia. Is this true in Scotland? Have they not updated? The Sexual Offences states rape occurs when a person intentionally or recklessly penetrates another vagina, anus, or mouth, or penis. Yeah, that's a really fucked law. I've heard that it's like that in the UK broadly, where, like, literally, yeah, no penis, no rape. Like, that's incredibly super fucked. And this has nothing to do with, like, transphobia. That's just, like, fucked. That's just, yeah.
Yeah, seriously, Scotland, have you never seen American Me? Like, that's the movie I'm thinking of, right? Like, James Edward Olmos, did I get his name right? Where they literally, like, raped a dude in prison with knives, not with their penises, with knives, and they killed the dude in the film. Like, any penetration is rape. Any penetration is rape. And a man could be raped, a woman can be raped. Anybody who is penetrated is raped. That's so crazy. Oh my Lord, even.
It's just bad. Absolutely rape a person if you don't have a penis. Anyway, McCaskill, who is the Alba Party MP for East Lothian, having defected from the SNP, said, as a lawyer for 20 years and a justice secretary... As a lawyer for 20 years and justice secretary for our state, I've seen some legal absurdities, but this tops it all and is dangerous. It's physically impossible... What? And is about dogma overriding common sense. I love how they always say this. They never say, what's physically impossible? Like, what? What? If it's physically impossible, then how are we doing it? They always say this. Trans people are physically impossible. Well, they exist, so clearly not. What's physically impossible? What isn't happening? What thing do we think is happening isn't happening? Where is reality fracturing, you know? Women prisoners are being armed by this and vital crime statistics rendered useless. How? Where? Evidence? How is this the case? What vital crime statistics are being rendered useless?
Yeah, I don't even know. I agree with you, Vaush. There's no statistics to support any of that. Okay, so I'll drop the link to Vaush's full video if you want to watch it. What I can say is this. I have been working with transgender women for a few years now, and especially within recent months, I've been working with 3 of the top transgender activists in Orange County. And, I mean, how fucking rare, it's got to be really fucking rare that this would even come up, but I think that it's good that they at least would acknowledge that in that particular situation, however rare it actually is. I think it's disgusting of JK Rowling to use this as some way to further demonize the transgender community. I don't know why she is got such a stick up her ass about this particular topic, but she needs to fucking stop talking about it. She needs to seriously stop talking about it because she is so wrong. It's so crazy that she keeps bringing this up over and over again, like trying to prove to everybody else, no, look at me, I'm right for being a TERF. Fucking sit down, JK Rowling. I literally, just the other day, I shared a meme that I swiped out of what is it called? There's a Facebook group, I think, called like the Ministry of Matt Mason memes or something like that. Because he was the king of memes before he passed away last summer. He was, for the Bernie camp, he was the king of memes. And somebody's been in there dropping a ton of great memes. And one of them was, you know about Elf on the Shelf, but do you know about Smurf on a TERF? And it had like, I think it was like Handy Smurf or something sitting on JK Rowling's shoulder. That was pretty great. So timely too, apparently. So here she goes again, y'all. Here she goes again. Trying to end the video. My bad.